Okay, cool. So, hello YouTube. I'm Noble, and for a while I've been trying to figure out what is this channel going to be about. I've been giving it a lot of thought. It's been really working my mind over, and I decided that I wasn't going to restrict it to any one topic of anything because I realized that the search for knowledge and the direction that I was headed in with my study of in law school and other things, I just don't want to get swept away in the world right now. You know, like the people running our country are, I mean, this is a circus. This is a straight up circus. I don't want to think about politics anymore. I don't really want to talk about the corrupt stuff that's going on in this country. I'm kind of just getting really drained from the negativity, I guess. I mean, I think you can learn a lot from the dark, that's for sure. I would encourage people to explore their dark sides of themselves and the shadow, and to not be afraid of themselves and the things that you might experience. And so, but I've been doing it for a long time, and so I'm shifting in a different direction. Not to say that we wouldn't go back there at some point, possibly in the future, even. But what I've noticed, though, is that it's been keeping me from making videos. I have not followed through with the commitment that I made to myself to make 2 videos a week, and so I'm going to start doing that now. All right, who cares what we talk about? I'm just going to put something together, and I won't have to be stressed over what, because I have like a bunch of journals. Each separate book has a different genre. I don't want to say genre. It's not music, but it's like a classification of what I put in the book. It's just I categorize my stuff. So I felt like I needed to have one specific line of thought for Bay Radio. You know, I just don't. Okay, and so basically tonight I wanted to just let you all know that I wanted to rather than let you know that it doesn't really matter who you chose because it's all rigged. I mean, both people are controlled by the same people. It's the same. So I don't want to get into that. That's not what I'm going to get into. What I'm going to get into is something that I'm super excited about. Okay, in the coming tomorrows, and because I don't have the toys with me right now, in the coming days, I'm going to upload some videos of a toy that I've invented. Okay, this has gotten me real excited because it's been able to distract me from all the bullshit that's going around in the world, which is a good sign. So, I'm going to upload some videos of this toy that I've invented. Okay, I am looking to ship the first 4 prototypes of the toy out to people who want it. And I haven't really put a Kickstarter thing together, but maybe it will become that. Who knows? I just want to see if other people enjoy the toy as much as I do. I love this toy. Think about what would you do if you could become ambidextrous. If you could be ambidextrous. And so in writing, in handling a knife or a fishing pole or anything, how cool would that be? Would that be cool? Is something that you'd be interested in? If so, you're going to want to play with this toy that I've got. It's cool. It is legit. It is going to be a popular flow art. I can see it in my mind's eye. And so I'm excited for the evolution of it and see what happens. So eventually we're going to get lights in it, and it's going to be cool. Right now, just like the practice ones are getting thrown out there, the ones that, you learn on. And so, message me, or even better yet, add me on Facebook, Noble Satos Elbon. Okay, Noble like the old nobles back in the day. And then Satos is just Satas. And then Elbon is noble backwards, actually. So that should work for you. And then, so I am officially done talking about government corruption and stuff for now. I know I'm going to get sucked back into it. It's like an addiction. It's like I feed off of this low vibration. Why do I do that? I should be, not doing that. You should be like focused on meditation and rising of inner silence. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create the world that I'm preparing for. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, rather than focus on all of this stuff, yeah, I know they lied. I know they're lying through their teeth, and it sucks when my dad comes in trying to sway me one way or the other. I just don't care about politics. It's like WWE or WWF, WWE, whatever, the wrestling. You know, the fake wrestling where they throw the chain around the neck and they swing you over, pull you over, knock you over, and punch you with a chair and smash a chair over your head and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that shit's fake, people. I know all you hicks of the South thinking like, yeah, I'm drinking your beers, like 50 beers a night, and you're realizing that, wow, these elections are total bullshit because they're just taking jabs at each other. But did you guys learn anything about what they're going to actually do other than start a war with Russia? What the fuck? Okay, not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. We're not going there. We're not going there. What we're going to talk about is the importance of... Oh, not going there. It's important, guys. It's really important to not go there and get overwhelmed with everything that's going on, you know? Yeah, so what? There's probably a civil war coming eventually here really soon, actually, so probably get prepared for that and, you know, get your food storage ready and your weapons and get guns and bullets and, like, all that stuff. But, you know, let's not talk about that, okay? Let's talk about butterflies and rainbows and sunshine and how to... Actually, one thing that I am really excited to do, okay? Why? Because I'm excited to do what I'm always excited to do, and that's grow stuff. So I have it, other than this toy, which is really cool, and you should definitely buy this toy if you like it. When you see the videos, you'll know if you like it or not. But the other thing that I'm doing that I'm very excited about is... Oh, I'm doing so many different things, actually. But this one's cool. I'm going to be... my goal over the next 3 years is to have a garden planted in the backyard of every single suburban home in Newberg, Oregon. Now, I know that if I can accomplish this, not only can we stop industrialized farming consumption in this little town, but if you can duplicate that many times over, and everyone just starts growing their own food, you know everyone's going to start smoking weed, and then boom, government, goodbye, we don't need you, we grow our own food, we all become vegan, yada yada yada, like the scriptures that they say that in Revelations. It actually talks about how the whole world will be vegan again, and that's cool with me, you know. I don't really want to participate in a cycle of death and suffering, and so yeah, that's one of the things I'm doing. Also, my juice bar opens this month. But what? I'm opening up at the Natural Health Food Store, the social goods store down in Old Town Newburgh. Be sure to stop on by and try some of this juice. I swear to God, if you know anyone who's sick, bring them by. If you're sick, the juice is free. You got to be literally bleeding out your nose. Like, I got to see that you are totally shitty life. I'll give you some free juice. If not, you got to buy the juice. For now, until I grow enough vegetables and things to where I don't need to charge people, which will happen. I promise you it'll happen eventually, you know. And yeah, see, growing, guys, do you guys realize, like, yeah, it sucks they're lying to you and that you're getting arrested for not wearing a seatbelt and you're black and that's just what happened, or people getting freaking shot because for police brutality. I'm telling you, some young kids have been shot for what seemed to be like lack of any reason after the whole thing was said and done, and the cops still didn't get prosecuted. Cops are not held to the same laws that you are. Okay, well, we're not going to talk about all that. Okay? What we're going to talk about is how if everyone had a garden in their backyard and everyone was juicing and we all got healthy. See, guys, The keys to freedom are right in front of you. You don't need to start a revolution with guns and fighting and war and shots and you don't need to use force. No healthy population of people have ever been controlled in the history of all mankind. The only people are the weak, sickly people that are kept sick. Guys, if we all had total control over our bodies and masterful control over our lives, and grew and were stewards of the earth and didn't pollute it, and we accepted the blessings that are there to be given to us if we just reach out for them. Guys, the earth can provide for you everything you need. And so it's basically like a city homesteading project. And it's gonna change the town. Hopefully it can get replicated. I want to figure out a system where, watch, everyone around me is like trying to get rich. Everyone's trying to do all this crazy stuff. I'm thinking like, how do I abolish money? I'm like, how do I root out this tyrannical federal government and usury, abolish the Federal Reserve? I'm thinking like a totally different level. I'm an anarchist. That's the truth. I am anarchist, non-statist, independent person, independent individual, living sentient being. Like, I don't want to have any. I am me. That's it. I am. I don't even need to finish that. I could just say I am. That's it. Really, I just am. And I know that all this food can be it for me. It can be I ammed with me. I am into my mouth and just chew that shit and survive off the land. Look, guys, you gotta stop eating these chemically processed foods and all this crazy stuff. Like, you know how many people are dying around me? I'm like, in our church, this person died, that person died, that person died. I'm like, take me to them. I will heal their ass. And they're like, never. One of them, the people in our church wouldn't take juice because their doctor, who was also administering this person chemo, hadn't approved of it, and they didn't know if it was safe to give him all this juice. I'm just like, okay, so your husband is sitting there on the cancer table, dying slowly of starvation. It's not even the chemo that kills you, guys. It's not the chemo that kills you. It's you starving because you can't keep anything down. You don't know how to feed yourself in the first place. So the little tiny bit of toxic food that you're getting fed you can't even keep down. You die from starvation. Hello, wake up. Like, cancer truth, give them some damn juice. Guys, I'm going to show you what a ridiculously incomprehensible amount of green thumb effort turned into industry, because it's probably the only way that a capitalist town is going to be able to accept it, is going to change the direction of a little town. I'm excited. I don't want to leave this place. I want to take care of it. I want to help people. And mostly, I want to not rant about politics. And so, I'm going to try to stay mostly obsessed with my self-development, I'm going to take a break from my legal studies because I am no longer in trouble. A lot of people know that I was being threatened with jail for driving without a driver's license because I don't believe in licenses. I don't believe in asking permission to do something from someone else when I'm not intruding on anyone's rights. Does that make sense? Like, I don't believe that, like, I'm not going to ever ask the state for permission to get married. Are you kidding me? Like, or I'm never going to ask the state for permission to build a garage on my land. Are you kidding me? I don't need to ask the state for permission to do that kind of stuff. Who gets to tell me what I'm trying to give some other good examples. Like when people tell you to be quiet. Like when a cop says, I don't argue with cops. I just don't do it. It's a bad idea. They have a gun. You don't have a gun. Just think about that for a second before you try to justify any kind of, well, like he said this, and now he's in it. Okay, let's not even go there. So I believe in growing things. I believe in. I'm like, I guess it's turning into like an introduction video. Look, I'm introducing myself now, basically. And so, yeah, I'm just really excited for this journey with y'all. I'm officially a YouTuber. I don't get paid for it. I am a pro bono YouTuber. And hopefully the information I have is pretty damn helpful. So we're going to talk about everything from now on. Let's go ahead and think of a subject right now for tomorrow. What should tomorrow's video be on? Tomorrow's video is going to be on something I learned from school called morning papers. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to make a video tomorrow about it, and we're gonna talk about releasing your creative genius to do whatever it is that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Okay. And we're going to do that through two different ways. We're going to talk about love letters, all right, love letters, and then we're going to talk about morning papers, which is a creative writing process that I like to do. And you do not need to do any of this stuff that I'm suggesting. This is just me. This is what I like to do. This is me blogging stuff that is less insightful. Not insightful like insight, like an insight that you see, like, oh, I have insight into something. No, I meant incite, like to incite a riot, to like incite a band of hyenas from. Okay, we're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about that stuff. That's what I meant when I said incite. Guys, I love you. I love y'all so much. We're going to do great things. I'm going to make those videos tomorrow. It's going to be part of the video, okay? I'm going to play with the video. I'm going to play with the toy at the end of the video I'm going to make tomorrow. That's what I'll do. See, I'm like planning this out already. It's going to be legit. All right. Many loves, and I will talk to all of you guys in person someday, right? Else, what's the point?